Hi there and welcome to From Ideas to Results, where we look at the latest topics of digital marketing and help you understand what's important so you can take that back to the business and see that ROI. I'm joined today by James from our paid team and Lizzie from our learning and development team, and we're going to be exploring what's happening in the world of paid. First up, there's some branded keywords. Normally the cheapest option when it comes to CPC, but there's an increase in that. What's going on?
Yeah, historically it has been a cheaper way to acquire your traffic and also to protect your real estate on your brand term. But as Google has advanced real estate, there's the search engine, search results pages. You've got the enhancements of broad match. You've got the introduction of Performance Max, all of which is increasing the opportunity for competitors to appear on your brand term, therefore inflating the costs of your CPCs. Great for Google's revenue streams, but not for you as a business.
If you were as an advertiser to go and try and appear on your competitor's brand term, it was often not necessarily particularly profitable. Is that Google saying, well, actually it's looking at those signals and it's indicating that there is a chance to convert that customer?
It's not always a linear approach for customers. You know, they might have a particular brand in mind, but ultimately if your message is in their space with a stronger offer or promotion, then they might click through to you. So it's that trying to capture the customer in that kind of consideration stage. So there is validity to bid on competitors.
I mean, there must be, right?
Yeah.
If Google's doing it, it must be because they feel that they can generate that return on investment on those terms.
I can't remember how far back it was, but they removed the trademarking of your brand. So again, it's enabling the competition to encroach on your space. I guess a workaround would be maybe to arrange gentlemen's agreements with your competitors to say, you don't bid on my brand, I won't bid on yours, and you just look after your own real estate. But again, if that's not going to happen, you've just got to lean right into all of the levers that you can pull within the ads platform, such as site links, call out extensions, structured snippets, anything that you can grow the size of your ad and absolutely dominate.
And this is that goes back to that whole AI piece where there's less direct control. Like we're saying this is the output we want and the Google's making those decisions. So by default, we're leaving Google to make those decisions because it's going to get that return on investment.
Yes,
on the signals it's got.
And additionally, just using the likes of Performance Max, when it first released, brand was enabled. That you could actually just appear on your own brand within PMax, which wasn't necessarily the best way for you to be delivering your ads, and you should be controlling it through your search campaigns. Over time, we've been able to negative your own brand from your own Performance Max campaign. So there's cost controls that can be supported there. But yeah, it's just trying to understand what levers we have available to us as a brand looking after our own entity versus how you want to dominate either on your competitors or them on yours and how you want to navigate that space.
You give us a bit of an overview of Meta introducing generative AI video advertising tools.
Yeah, so the opportunity is to have new generative AI video creation tools within Facebook and Instagram. So it's enabling you to do more. You can improve your brand tone of voice. You can have additional AI powered creative. So it's leaning into really where these platforms are evolving to. And a lot of it is going down that AI driven route. So ultimately anything you do, just file it, because not everything that's AI generated is going to be good. Yeah, I mean with video in particular, it's not always an area that clients have easy access to. So you can try and lean into any kind of assets that you do have, or lean into the platforms on what they're offering you. Try to see if there's anything to gain from that to enhance that kind of rich creative.
Interesting. So Lizzie, just diving over to you, this is a big topic in terms of there's two things there. It's paid and sort of what's happening there, and there's also shifting of the skill sets that people need. Like what's your sort of focusing, maybe start with paid search as in Google, like what do you think the skill sets are now that weren't as important say 5 years ago? What do people need to do to be good at running paid search?
Adaptability, I think, is really, obviously we know digital has always been changing and always will. It's just the nature of it. Something that kind of comes to mind for me is around how do we train and keep up to date with all of the shifts that are happening, particularly in the light of kind of James and you giving your context around, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, for example, but that relies on that ability to kind of understand the landscape as a whole. So I think it would be very easy to jump on all these new advancements really kind of quickly and put effort into those, but it's the balance around fundamentals and basics versus new shiny things.
So diving into the next topic, we've got what's coming to Performance Max.
When Performance Max was originally launched, there was a lot of frustration from the industry, first of all, because it was quite limited on what you could and couldn't do. And as we mentioned earlier, brand terms were active from the outset, and you had to reach out to your a account manager to add negatives to you on the back. So it's very, very restricted. But I think Google have been listening to the feedback, and as a result, you can now set campaign level negatives within the interface itself through editor, which is a great win, because obviously we don't need to lean on the account management teams at Google. And additionally, within Performance Max, because you are present on a multitude of the inventory, search, display, etc., they're now able to present you with impression share data, which was previously hidden. So you can see in particular for search or even shopping how impression share fares. So you can obviously make those decisions on how you might want to refine your targeting, etc. And in terms of the assets that are available within platform, there's asset coverage reports. So you can have a look at anything that might be underperforming. And then again, with the text, video, imagery, etc., you can make those decisions on that. You want to switch those out for something else.
And the final topic is looking at Google apparently making major changes to the local service ads.
Yeah, so this is coming into effect on the 21st of November. Businesses must have a Google business profile, which would then need to be linked to your local service ads. This is a mandatory expectation. So if you haven't got that in place, then lean on your team.
So if you haven't, then essentially you can't advertise on a local level through paid. That's the kind of consequences.
Validate and assign your business profile over. I mean, the outcome is that Google will pause your ads.
That's kind of like a 101 for any local business anyway, right? Like, you haven't claimed and verified that page as to be impacting your search visibility regardless.
From an organic perspective.
Exactly, yeah. And so if you also now can't serve ads, you've got nothing.
Those are the main topics in the world of paid. If you found that useful, please do check out our content on YouTube, on our website, and on our social channels, and we'll see you next time.